Have you ever tried to help someone and you realize that the person didn't need your help, or not need, they didn't want your help. They need your help, but they don't know if they need your help. So they keep on denying it and refusing your help. And that happened to me multiple times with clients. I can see the need, I can see where they're lacking, I can see what they need, I can see their potential, and I offer my help and they don't want my help. I could understand it if they didn't want my help, but they would find help somewhere else to still, reach their potential. But they just deny the help from me. They just deny. It's almost as these people, they do not believe in their own self. This is something that since I was a kid, I always been somebody else's cheerleader. I always see potential in others before I even started business consulting. I didn't even know I was going to be a business consultant, to tell you the truth. For those of you who know my story, you know that this was nothing like I was going to do. I didn't see it coming. Only God could have made me become, a business consultant, a coach now. But this is not something that I was like chasing after. I know that I had the entrepreneurship spirit. I always tried to build a business. I always like I had my side hustle, doing my thing on the side and trying to create a business, but I never like wanted, it wasn't like nothing that I even saw in my dream until it happened. So, but as it happened, I realized that this is something that God has been preparing me for, and I didn't even see it until, I look in retrospective and I realized I was born for this because I always seen the potential of people's potential. I always see where they can be, how far they can go. I can see it ahead of them. And I remember a few years ago, I had a friend, one of my girlfriends, she does nice decoration. And I tried to help her. I was working and I told her, I said, girl, you got this gift. This is a gift. I can create a portfolio for you. Let me pull all the parties that you have already planned. You have already like made the decoration for. She was doing it for free for family members. She even did party for me, for other friends. And I said, let me create these things for you. You can create a portfolio and start creating a business and things like that. And she was like, yes, all hype up about it. And then she just fall down, decided that no, I'll just continue working as a nurse and things like that until she never even fulfilled that destiny. And I believe that this is a gift that she was born with, and that she's supposed to build it, and this is a destiny. But as much as I was offering her my help, and it was all free because, like I said, at the time I wasn't a consultant. I was working my job, and I could see the potential, and I tried to help her, but she didn't want my help up to this day, you know. And I realized that everything that you're gonna become, you were already it from you were a child. Everything that you are becoming, or you are, or that you are becoming, you were already it since you were a child. Like it says in the Bible, before I form you, I know you. That in Jeremiah, I believe it says it in the Bible. Before God created you, He already instilled in you who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. Sometimes we don't say it until somebody else reveal it to us. Like me, I didn't know I was gonna become a consultant until I went to that um, cohort in 2021 with Miami Community Service, and I realized that while I'm getting the coaching, I realized I had like a urge to help my community. I could feel that everything that I didn't understand in 2013 when I started my first business was because I didn't get the right information, the right knowledge, the right guidelines. And the moment I got it, I realized that I could be a better business owner. So I said, let me help other business owners in my community to become it. I became a coach. Everybody, while I was business a business consultant, most of my clients were calling me coach, and I used to say, "Do not call me a coach. I'm not a coach. I'm just your consultant. Do not call me a coach. I'm just your consultant." But last year, when I went to Goldman Sachs court, my friend, we became friends, and she told me that she wanted me to be a coach. She called it on me, your coach. And it's almost as if it was a revelation. And I could feel like, yes, Natasha, you are a coach. Why are you like denying it to yourself? And I decided, okay, because I've always believed in coaching that you need to have somebody to coach you. You need somebody to hold, not really hold your hand, but you need somebody to see your potential and help you bring it to pass, because a lot of times people will go to all this like court, or they'll take some courses. All of these things is nice, but if you do not put them into practice, it's almost like you just wasted time. And that's why you need a coach. After you have all this information, you need somebody to help you put them in practice. That's why me, I always have a coach. I always have somebody. I always go into coaching session because I believe that's how I can push myself. Without someone pushing me, I will not be where I'm supposed to be. So a coach have a coach as a mentor has a mentor, everybody still needs somebody to help them grow. So you need a coach no matter the level that you are in your life. You just have to find somebody that you relate to, that you feel comfortable with, and sometimes you will not know until you talk to the person. Sometimes you might see someone and you think that, okay, this person can be my coach, until you talk to the person and realize, oh, that's not the one. And sometimes people will have a coach for years and then they realize that's not and then they will just change the coach, because every time you may be like growing, you might need somebody else, you might need a different type of coaching. And you might need even more than one coach. You might need a coach for your personal life. You might need a coach for your business. You might need a coach for your spiritual life. You might need a coach for different, step of your life. Or you might have one coach that can help you in all these areas. But coaching is really important, because your coach is that person that's gonna see your potential and help you bring them to pass. Like I was saying, at the time, I was already it, but I didn't know. And that's why I was trying to help my friend, and she wouldn't see it because she didn't see me as such a person. And as much as I tried, and the moment I realized that, and it was like bothering me, I was like mad about it, that she could have such a good potential and not bringing it, to pass. I even had that issue with like family members and friends, other friends, that I could see the potential, and I will tell them, you have this, you can do the hair, you can do this clothing line, you can do this, and then they don't see it. When I can see them, ahead of where they're supposed to be. The same way, this friend of mine could see that, yes, you are a coach, you can be a coach, but me, it's not that I didn't see it, I was just in denial, because I was thinking that, oh my God, being a coach is such a big deal. I don't think I can do it. I don't, I was like belittle my own self. And I realized that's exactly what these people are doing. They are belittling themselves. They don't believe that they have the capacity, that they have the potential, when God has already given it to them. And if they look back in retrospective, they'll be like, I was born for this. I was created for this. So I hope that this help. touches you. I mean, like you can relate. If you are somebody that know that you have a potential and you have not tapped into it, know that you need a coach. There is no price that you could pay a coach to reach your potential. So if you once you reach it, the price is priceless, and I can tell you, from where I've been to where I'm now, and I'm still not where I want to be, but to see that this thing was already instilled in me and I was about to put it on the side because I went to get a bachelor degree in Homeland Security. This is what I wanted to be. I was going the easy route, thinking that it was the hard route because I don't like really, I don't like school that much. So for me to do a 4 year degree, I felt like I had accomplished something big and things like that when that wasn't even the route that I was supposed to make. But it's still not a mistake. Everything happened on time. And I believe that that was the route for me to be on time doing what I was called to do and be who I was called to be. So I don't want you to miss your time or to even die without doing it. It's never too late. You're never too old. Look back and see if that thing is still in you. You keep on doing it and you can't stop doing it. That's the thing. That's the you. That's the you that you're supposed to become. So if you need a coach, I may be the one, I may not be the one, but find yourself a coach, find somebody that could help you. If you're in class studying whatever you want to be, and you also want somebody to help you, push you to put it in practice instead of just collecting information. Because if you just collect the information and you don't do nothing with it, it's a waste of time. You need guidelines. So if it's gonna be coming from me, you can click the link in my bio, send me a DM. I'll be more than happy to hop into a 15 minutes consultation with you. Or if you want to find a coach, someone that can coach you, find someone to coach you. And even if you're not in business, I believe we all need a coaching. We all need somebody that can see our full potential. We will never be able to see it. We can see the back of our head. I can't tell you how the back of my head look like. So the coach is the person that's gonna see the back of your head, and the coach is the one that's also gonna see ahead of you. Because sometimes you're going somewhere and you don't even see the route, but the route is right in front of you. So the coach gonna tell you this is what is stopping you because sometimes it's something that happened in the past that is stopping us from moving ahead, and then the coach will tell you this is where you're supposed to be, and they're not gonna be telling you, they will make you see it. you know they will help you to real to they will help you see it with your own eyes the same way they can see it for you. They will help you see it, and once you see it, trust me, you will never be able to put this thing down. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I know it was a pretty long um, post, but I hope you watched it until the end. Have a nice day. Take care. Enjoy.